Hey there, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I don't know about you, but closing out this week, I am so exhausted. Oh, we just got back from Jackson Hole, Wyoming, because as you are very familiar, I try to do a week of treatment and then a week of something meaningful to give me a reason to walk back into that hospital every other week. And for this summer, it has been going to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So I do a week of treatment and then jump on a plane. And we try to extend every last minute out of it, right? So I have treatment on Mondays. I try to schedule the start of the treatment, I try to schedule my appointments for the afternoon so I can jump on the red eye and come in on Monday morning and then just go straight to the hospital because I want every minute that I am not attached to some drug or locked in a hospital. But it's very stressful. It's very stressful to travel like that. Anything goes wrong and everything blows up, right? So this week, my wife and I went back to Jackson to close up our vacation home and stuff. And as we were planning our travels to come to finish out the week, we chose let's go on Sunday. Let's have an early flight on Sunday. We'll get home, and I could get my hospital bag and treatment stuff ready and get my mental game on. But also, while I have my brain and not the chemo brain, I could pull out some stuff from my road trip because we're coming into the fall season. One more season I'm here, but also super excited because I'm going to the Northeast to celebrate it. And so we thought that was a great idea, and we were going to give up an afternoon in the mountains to come home early. And my wife is actually filming a TED Talk tomorrow, and so we thought, yeah, let's get her some nice rest and chill. But, never works out as you plan. Instead, we showed up for a 7:00 flight, one of the first flights out of the airport, and it got delayed until the afternoon. So, all good intentions gone. We went back to Jackson Hole this week to wrap some things up and run some errands, but also I have something to share that I hadn't been ready until now to share or to talk about it really. This spring, when the cancer moved to my head, well, it's been very scary this whole time. Obviously, having stage 4 cancer and riding that tightrope through treatments and surgeries and just trying to stay alive has been very, very scary, very stressful, very overwhelming. But I don't know. There was something when it moved to my head. I'd always been thinking that I was chasing the existing cancer, and if I could just get the existing cancer, because I haven't had it show up anywhere else. I've been very fortunate. It was in my colon, it was in my liver, and my lungs, and I have been systematically going after that little bugger. I cleared my colon, I cleared my liver, and now I'm working on my lungs, and I just thought if I could narrow it down, right? But when it moved to my head, I realized this is what they say about systemic disease, right? Especially because my type of cancer, why it moved to the head, all of my doctors are like, what the heck? What is going on here? I've lived far beyond expectations, and so, we're making it up as we go right now. But when it moves around, and that okay, it's it's in my DNA. It's not just in my blood. It's in my bones. It's part of me. And I think that not knowing what it meant when it came to my head, the reminder that I'm not, I can run. I play catch me if you can all the time with cancer, but I'm not going to be able to outrun it. And the reality of that and the impact of that obviously left me with a lot of mental anguish, and is the drive for why I try to grab on and create a little joy with every minute I have. And I think that for my wife and I, it was just another reminder that no matter how successful I have been, there is going to come a day when I'm not. And I think we're shitting rainbows here, right? We're always trying to find a way to shit rainbows. Well, there is some beauty that has come out of that. We have talked about the gift of time a lot in the last couple of coffee chats that we've had, the gift of time. And I think that one of the things that my wife and I both agree is that we've had a lot of time granted to us to process what is happening. I volunteer for a program as a mentor for cancer patients, and they call me when they get diagnosed, and they generally call me when they're dying. Many of these people get diagnosed, especially stage 4. My disease, they get diagnosed and they're gone within 3 months or gone within 6 months. Or maybe they're here for a year or two, but so destroyed by treatment. And also, we as Americans don't like to talk about death. We don't like to talk about the possibility of things not going our way, right? Just gotta keep moving forward and I think that's sad, to be honest, because I think that you lose out on opportunities to share with your loved ones and have your loved ones share with you. And with this time that we've been granted, we've slowly learned how to breathe through the reality of our situation. There was for a long time, just couldn't breathe having a lot of these conversations, and I've always pushed forward with my wife to see if she could get to a point where we could converse a little bit more about what life is going to be like for her when I'm gone, what she has planned. Well, even with the amazing gift of time over these last few years, we haven't been able to have the conversation really at all about what is life going to look like when I'm not here. We've been together for 23 years. Our 23rd anniversary is coming up soon. We grew up together. We do everything together. So I can't imagine what she's going to go through, and I want to be able to of course, I want to be able to know she's going to be okay, but I want to be able to help. That's me. I'm a fixer. I'm the one with the plan. Well, my wife this summer has granted me the privilege of being able to imagine what that future is going to be like and what she's going to need and how she's going to get to a point of grief turning into thriving again. And that's really hard stuff to talk about, and yet beautiful. And so this summer, after it came to my brain, we started having these conversations. And my wife has discovered what she wants to do and where she wants to be. And once we got to that point, and we started planning for that together. So we found a new home for her, and it's been really amazing searching for that home. It's been surreal. It's strange because well, that was our next phase in life. We were gonna create a home in the mountains and a condo in Chicago, and it's just gonna be a different next phase of life. And so a little bit we get to do that. It's really important for my wife, she said, for me to be here to help her to find and build that home, because we have grown up together. And so there's things that I think about that make a home that she doesn't. And we know each other so well, and I've held the hand of so many folks as they've transitioned, and inevitably they're always concerned about their spouse, right? They're always concerned about their loved one. And yet most of the time they don't have the time or the ability to be able to work through that with their loved one, and I do. And so the shedding rainbows of conclusion of this summer is that my wife can see a world where she is going to survive and build again, and I get to help her lay down the foundation for that. That's pretty cool. So exhausting week, exhausting summer. I am also exhausted because I'm a bit anxious because my last treatment cycle, my blood work, my platelets were not well enough to have it, so I had to skip. Tomorrow I walk in, I get the blood work done. But as you know, the protocol is that I get blood work done on Fridays. They check it. If my platelets aren't good, I take the magic medicine. By Monday, it's usually pretty good. Last time, magic medicine failed. Yeah. Had blood work done this week, and my platelets are like right on the edge. So I took the magic pill, and we're just gonna wait and see till tomorrow. The idea of not getting treatment is probably going to keep me awake for quite a bit tonight, because the PTSD of the only chemo break I have ever had in the last 4.5 years. I took 2 cycles off, 1 month, and my lungs exploded with cancer. So tomorrow, if they say you can't get your treatment, that's 2 cycles off, and it's I'm definitely going to be spiraling. And also I need to figure out what does that mean? How do we fix this? Thing is I don't have a problem creating platelets, making platelets. My body makes platelets. My issue is that they all collect in my spleen, turns into a balloon, and my damn spleen hoards the platelets and won't expel it into the body. So my magic pill squeezes the spleen and makes it empty. That's why it's a magic pill, because there's no other solution. Yeah. Well, fingers crossed tomorrow I get treatment. And if I do, my reward for going through this week of hell, so that next week is the road trip with my friend Laura to Maine and Vermont. So excited at the possibility. We're so close. We're so close. And oh my gosh, my friend Laura is amazing, because I have no brain or attention span. She's been so lovely and really planning out like where we're gonna stay, and she's picked out some really great stuff. I think we like have a school bus that's turned into a tent. I think we've got a yurt somewhere, but like I don't even know. We just got excited, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be exhausted from treatment and all feeling janky and gross when we start it off, because it'll be on the weekends. I will be shitting rainbows, grin from here to here if I get treatment, and it makes me shitty for my road trip. Just means that things are as it needs to be. I don't want to go on a road trip and be freaking out. The cancer is growing all through my body, and there's nothing more I can do. And this is the last of the treatment, because remember, they created this just for me to try one more thing. It's okay. It's okay. It's not going to be like that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go draw a bubble bath, because that's the other thing about going in for treatment, checking yourself into the hospital. Your stinky, smelly, sweaty ass doesn't get to take a shower or clean for like a week. Well, I mean, sponge bath. Okay. All right. I'll see you next Sunday. And that should be the day I start my road trip. Everything's gonna unfold as it should. Okay. For right here, right now. I just had a lovely week. The new home that we found, there's just rays of sunshine all over these little nooks of warmth. Those are the things I'm going to be thinking about in treatment this week. All right, my friend. I'll see you hopefully on the other side.